Hi everybody, welcome to my third video, which I'm filming on the 11th of October. If for anyone that's new to the channel, it's all about kind of filming what can be done around football grounds before and after the game, what the area's like, all that kind of thing. But yeah, without further ado, today's video is from Blairgowrie.
Right then, here we are, just arrived in Blairgowrie. There goes the bus. There's a little bus station there, Well Meadow. And then we have a great wee square here where you can just sit and chill. Which, considering that the weather today in Scotland is 18 degrees, is ideal. But yeah, 18 degrees for this time in October, mid-October. It's quite unusual. Yeah, definitely going to make the most of it. Right, so infrastructure, what's around here? So just up this street here that goes straight ahead of us, there's a Wetherspoons, which is really cheap. There's a Sainsbury's around the corner, only a few minutes away. And then about a 10-15 minute walk away, if you turn left up there and go straight on, there's a swimming pool, a newly built swimming pool to replace the old one that was in the school. From what I've heard, it's absolutely brilliant, so I'm probably going to check that out after the game. And if that isn't enough, there is a really decent hotel there, the Angus Hotel. Great for hotels here. And just about 5 minutes up this road here, there is a big Tesco, which for a town like the size of Blairgowrie is alright to have a big Tesco like. See it up there. Yeah, so the ground itself, Davie Park, where Blairgowrie FC play, is just over this bridge here. It's only about a 5-10 minute walk. So when it comes to infrastructure, things to do, things around the ground, Blairgowrie is absolutely fantastic. See a bookie there, Scott. I'm going to go in there and put a line on for the game. I've actually been to Blairgowrie before, so I know the town quite well. I've walked past Davie Park, I've never actually seen a game there, so that's going to be something new. Seeing a game at the ground, but yeah, I mean, I know the town, so I sort of knew what to expect when I came here. Quite a few folks sitting outside there in the sun, enjoying their beers outside the Angus Hotel. But yeah, for the middle of October, really unusual. For those who need the toilet, when they're here, just across the road from the bus station, straight ahead of us, there's a public toilet there. I think it charges, but yeah, it's there if you want it. So yeah, just arrived in Blairgowrie, and as we can see, the town has loads to offer. So yeah, going to go to the bookies, then I'll start my walk up to Davie Park. Alright, so just walking along the River Erict here in Blairgowrie now. So when you've got the bridge there that crosses between Blairgowrie and Rattray, this is a pathway that just kind of leads along from that. So as we get further along, we get to Cargo's Leap, which I'll show you in a wee minute. And then if you want to continue walking on from there, you walk up to an old mill a bit further up. If I've got that wrong, leave it in the comments for anyone that's local. From there you can cross over the river, and then you can walk back down to where the bridge is. And that road that you're walking down on the other side of the river, that's the road that if you're going in the other direction, you'd head up to Bridge of Cally, which I believe is some sort of holiday park there. Don't know if it's a Haven holiday park or something. That's like a middle class residential road, that. But yeah, I mean, if walking is your thing and you want to get a good walk in Blairgowrie, taking the scenery before or after a game, this is definitely where to come. So these steps up there, they just lead us up to where Cargill's Leap is. You get a great view along here. Been on this walk a number of times. The water level's actually a bit higher today than normal. Sometimes you can walk out over these stones. Let's head up to Cargill's Leap. A bit more of the walk here. And if you want to give the video a wee pause, take a read at this, here's Candy. The long journey. Autumn leaves are out. Absolutely beautiful. But what makes it even more perfect is you've not got that kind of cold autumn crisp weather to go with it. It's about 18 degrees. Really, really nice day. This has been by far the nicest day since summer's ended in Scotland for a long while. So just as we walk up towards Cargill's Leap, let's talk a bit about what's been happening in the world of football. Scotland national team, 3-1 win against Greece. Didn't do so well in the first 60 minutes, but in the last 30 minutes, they adopted what I might call Tony Pulis style football. Long balls and get all the big players up there. Got a 3-1 win. And that's great because we probably are now most likely going to be in the playoffs. Can't see that kind of... I'd be really, really unlucky if we didn't end up getting at least second. But as we're getting into the actual World Cup, still a lot of work to do. Still got to finish first. And if we don't do that, playoffs, anything can happen. Anything can happen. All just depends on how you are on your day. It's not about consistency, So, but exciting times. Here we are at Cargill's Leap. Probably only about 10 minutes, I'd say, this for the bridge. Of course, you can extend the walk further, but if you just want to come up here, 10 minutes. You can have a wee look at that. And there we have it. Yeah, so just walking over the bridge from Blairgowrie over to Rattray after doing my little walk up the path there, up to Cargill's Leap. Look at that church there. Pretty sure that's a pub, if I remember rightly. Aye, absolutely lovely building. Let's just take another look at the view here. Absolutely brilliant. Just to give a bit of context, we're only about 1 minute walk from the bus station, town centre, and the ground's only a few minutes to walk up this way. Just wondering actually, is that Tapas Bar and Grill Church? So maybe it isn't a pub, it's more like a restaurant sort of thing. I mean, outdoor seating over there. Yeah, I mean, if you do come up to Blairgowrie, that might be an idea if you want something to eat before the game. Yeah, so just go across the road here, and then we will get our first glimpse of Davie Park, the home of Blairgowrie FC. Right, so getting close to kick-off, pushing it a wee bit tight for time, so probably going to have to rush a bit. Walk fast. But there's a first glimpse of Davie Park here in Blairgowrie. Yeah, it's like I was saying, never been to a game here before, so yeah, looking forward to kind of seeing what the ground has to offer. Right, so yeah, Blairgowrie, getting here. How was it getting here? So yeah, there's a Well Meadow bus station in the centre of Blairgowrie. The closest cities to Blairgowrie are Dundee and Perth. So if you're coming from Dundee, you can get the bus number 57 that goes through Meagle. That takes about an hour. Or you can get the bus number 59 that goes through Cooperangus. That takes about 55 minutes. If you're coming up to Perth, it's about a 45-minute journey on the bus number 57. So, I think the 57's every hour. I think the buses for Dundee are every hour. Buses for Perth are every half hour. So yeah, getting here, it's not too bad really. Of course, there was a railway station a long time ago, but then the Beeching cut's seen to that. But yeah, buses here generally alright. Well, a wee bit confused walking up to the ground. There's a game going on right next to it, which is yeah, pretty vibrant. It's not the Scottish Midlands First Division game that we're going to today though. The game that we're going to today is Blairgowrie against Montrose Roselea in the First Division of the Midlands League. So, in the Scottish football tier system, this sits 2 divisions below the Highland League it would be. So, actually no. Right, sorry guys, I'm having a mare. It says 1 division below the Highland League. So below the Highland League there's 3 divisions. Midlands League is one of them. The other one's the North Caledonian League. And there is another one. I actually don't know the names of all 3 of them, but the Midlands League is one of them. And this is a game that we're going to today. Anyway, yeah, without further ado, let's get into Davie Park and jump into that away day spirit. So Blairgowrie are in the blue, I believe, pretty sure. Montrose Roselea, who normally wear blue as well, they're in their away kit, which is dark green. Haven't really had a chance to look around yet, so just wanted to film kick-off as soon as I got in. £6 entry. That's about normal for Midlands League First Division. Yeah, here we go. Game's kicked off. So the first thing I would say is the pitch. That's a proper AstroTurf pitch, isn't it? Quality of it's good. And if you look over there, got a view of the hills as well. So I mean, quality of the pitch is good. That's a positive for a good game. Alright, view of the hills over there. Now the game's kicked off, I'm just going to have a bit of a wander around the ground and just see what's what. Right, went luck a wee bit. Just as I was walking around to the back of the goal, it's a Stonewaller a penalty. So I've got the phone right out to film the penalty. Must only be a couple of minutes in, surely. There we are. We've seen a goal. Look at these views of the hills up there in the background as well. What else can you ask for, eh? So I made it round to their side of the ground. Blairgowrie have hit the bar. Really not that far into the game. we look at that view over there of the town, that is a fantastic view of the town and the hills in the background. So over there, there's some public toilets. That building over there with the windows is closed. I think it's some sort of function room or something. I'm not too sure. Those buildings over there with the small square windows, that must be the changing rooms. Because there's a little bit there sealed off to spectators, so that must be for the players only to access their changing rooms. That function room might open up at half time maybe for tea and coffee, I'm not too sure. We'll see. If you check behind me, you have what is effectively just a big kind of sheltered area. Which is handy if it's raining, I suppose. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now, film a bit of the game, see if anything happens. I'll have a little look at the pie stand, see what the costs are and so forth. Now Blairgowrie, and we are now, I would say, we are probably about 10 minutes into the game now. So yeah, 3-0 Blairgowrie. Look at that fan going over there. Some fantastic views around here. Some great views from around the back of the goal as well. It just makes a bit more sense to film from this side because the sun isn't shining into the camera. But yeah, 3-0 Blairgowrie, 10 minutes gone, and yeah, hit the bar as well. Alright, so we're about 35 minutes into the game. It's 4-0 to Blairgowrie. And they've hit the bar. Just been speaking to one of the locals that's been coming here for about 60 years. So apparently over here used to all be seating until they found asbestos. So they had to take the seating out. This here behind me, this is hospitality. If it's not hospitality yet, it's something that they're aiming towards. An interesting wee fact about Davie Park, apparently in about 1963, at some point in the early 60s, they played Irvine Meadow in the Scottish Cup. And they drew down there against Irvine Meadow and brought them back here, where Irvine Meadow won 5-0, and there was about 5,000 people here. Just goes to show how football was much different back in the 60s as it is to now, eh? So yeah, it's 4-0 to Blairgowrie. Montrose have got had a bit of the ball. Coming into the game a wee bit more. Just took them about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Right, so behind the goal over here, there's some really good views. So I'm going to go up there in a wee bit. Do a wee bit filming along there. So I found out exactly what game it is that's going on over there. It's the Perthshire Amateur Football Association. The game's between Balmoral, who are in the blue. Balmoral's the name of a pub in Blairgowrie. They're playing Ailith, which is a town just to the north of Blairgowrie. Or if it's not north, it's east. A few miles from Blairgowrie anyway. But yeah, still 4-0 to Blairgowrie. Just loving the views of the hills there and of the town over there. Really nice place to watch football. Yeah, so that's at half time here at Davie Park. It's 4-0 to Blairgowrie. Just as I'm standing here behind the goal. I just wanted to talk about parking for people that want to come here by car. That's a car park there. I'll let everyone just make their own mind up on whether that's good or bad. But yeah, bear in mind there might always be a Perthshire Amateur Football Association game going on that pitch as well, so there's probably 2 games going on at once. I mean, I don't have a car myself, but that looks alright to me. I think that would suffice. Yeah, and just one thing about the day so far. Weather is still absolutely fantastic. Still 18 degrees. Nice and warm. So yeah, we're at Stirling University a few weeks ago at Forth Bank. It was freezing cold that day. Last thing about October, you're between the seasons, so the weather's either going to be alright or it's going to be bad. But what are we on the day? It's October the 11th today, I think. Yeah, I mean, for it to be 18 degrees on October the 11th is quite something. This might be the last kind of warm day we get off the summer. Just as we get into the height of the football season. I said enough about that in the last video. So that's the second half just started. Still 4-0 to Blairgowrie. Yeah, so went half time. Went round the ground, took some pictures, and then went to the pie stand. So pies range from about £2.50 to £3. Drinks are about £1 to £1.50. I had an iron brew and a Scotch pie, and the Scotch pie was fantastic. Had that kind of golden kind of top to it, which shows that it's been well cooked, and it was delicious. So yeah, 4-0 to Blairgowrie. Montrose Roselea. We're coming into it a wee bit more at the end of the first half. So we'll see what happens, and I'll try and catch some goals if I can. Everyone, so we have Pat Marshall here, who's a chairman on the committee here at Blairgowrie. How are you getting on today, Pat?
Well, at the moment we're 1-5-1 against Montrose Roselea.
You're happy?
We're doing well.
Yeah. So, tell me about Blairgowrie. How did you live in Blairgowrie yourself?
Well, I moved up here 35 years ago from Glasgow.
Right.
Because I always wanted to stay in Blairgowrie.
Ah, right.
I loved the place, and I still love this place.
So what sort of things would you recommend that the visitors do before and after the game in and around the town? Any sort of...
Yeah, there's plenty of the ale house and the pubs and that. There's plenty of the Angus Hotel.
Aye.
If you bring your swimming trunks, you can go for a swim in the Angus Hotel.
Aye.
You know, but it's a lot to do.
That's one of the things I actually did before the game. I went up to the new Live Active swimming pool.
We've got the new
Up
pool
the pool, aye, which looks fantastic.
That's a recreation pool.
Yeah.
And it's looking good. It's open now, so I've opened it up, and it's.
Aye.
Well, I've just became a member in the
Right.
recreation. I was a member of Angus,
Right.
but I've moved up to the recreation centre because it's a better pool and a bigger pool.
And of course the walks around the River Eric are fantastic as well.
We call the lakes. Up the River Eric. You've got the lakes. Cargo's Leaps, it's called.
Yeah.
Cargo jumped the leaks
Yes.
to get away from the soldier that was chasing them.
Yeah.
Away back in the dark day. You know, but they're doing well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice town to visit.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And there's a couple of caravan parks. If you've got a caravan, you can come and go to the pubs and make you welcome.
Aye.
You know, and there's plenty of place for eateries.
Aye.
Where you can eat, and you've got the spoons,
Aye.
and you've got all the wee cafes and that.
Aye.
It's good, you know what I mean? Yeah. Nice people.
So what do you think of Davie Park? What do you think of the facilities here?
The facilities at Davie Park are first class. We've just knocked the old pavilion down
Aye.
and lifted the park and laid a plastic pitch. But the inside the facilities are absolutely brilliant. The changing rooms are massive. The hospitality suite the Thompson room. You know what I mean? It's called after Sandy Thompson,
Yeah.
who put a lot of effort over the years to get this up and running. Him and his committee. You know what I mean? So they put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
You know, and we're getting the benefit of it.
Yeah.
We get the benefit of being the first team. Home game, we get because it was our park and we handed it over to Sandy and his committee.
Yeah. Just one final question. What do you think of the future of Blairgowrie FC?
The future's looking great.
Great.
You know what I mean? Because if you put the camera on the pitch, you'll see all the young boys. They're all just 18 and 19. You know, if we can keep a hold of them for a couple of years, we'll become a good team. We'll become challengers for things. Last year, we nearly went out of the game. Nearly went into a base. And what happened was, we got a team together. And at the end of the season, we won a cup.
Aye.
You know what I mean? That was coming for nothing. We could come built up, won a cup. You know what I mean? So the boys are doing well, you know what I mean? The young lads. And it's what it's about. You see young boys playing football. You know what I mean? Because there's so many distractions for young boys these days.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Computers and things like that. So it's...
I always say when you're at the lower levels of football, whether it be League 1 or League 2 or non-league football, the players have to enjoy it, you know. It has to be made enjoyable for them, and if you do that, they'll come along, you know.
Yeah, well, that's one thing we do here. We've got our sponsor is Lamb and Gardner and the gig.
Aye.
And they go back to the gig after the game and they get a meal.
Aye.
You know what I mean? And the opposing team can go back and they get fed as well.
Aye.
You know, so you know what I mean? We've got a few sponsors, you know what I mean? So Lamb and Gardner, the gig.
Yeah.
As you can see, we've got the boards up for the sponsors as well.
Aye, aye.
And it keeps a good club ticking there.
That's great.
It lets us pay where we're in the pavilion and the setup.
Aye.
We're part of the setup.
Aye.
Although we're no on the committee.
Aye.
But it belongs to the community centre and the community club.
Aye.
But we, as a team, get first choice. If you've got a home game, we get first choice.
Yeah.
So that's brilliant.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's great, Pat. Thank you very much for coming on camera. I really appreciate it. And I wish Blairgowrie FC all the best going forward, Pat.
thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So 6-1 Blairgowrie. There's another penalty. Penalty to Montrose to bring it back to 6-2. Apart from the first 30 minutes, Montrose have actually been okay in this game. It's the first 30 minutes that have done them over. Oh, it's been saved. Massive fair play to the Blairgowrie goalkeeper. Still finished here then, the game at Davie Park. Finished 6-1 to Blairgowrie. I would have said it was a 6-1 game really. Montrose missed a penalty, Blairgowrie hit the bar at the start. First 30 minutes all Blairgowrie. After that, there was that much in it after that, really, in all honesty. Aye, it was 1987. The seats were taken out of that stand over there. Yeah, so that's the game all finished. See if anyone else wants to speak with me. Then head back into the centre of Blairgowrie. And yeah, just see what can be done after the game. Game's just finished. Cammy McManus, the captain of Blairgowries, came over to have a chat with us. How you feeling, Cammy? Knackered?
My feet are in rake, aye.
Aye. So you stay in Blairgowrie?
I do, aye, local lad.
Aye. How do you like staying here?
It's good, mate. It's fucking is what it is. Sorry.
That's alright.
Aye, it's fine. Like it's local for me, so easy to get down to the club, and
Aye.
would never play anywhere else as well. But the town's fine. It's nice.
Aye.
Not much trouble.
Decent swimming pool up there with Live Active and
Exactly, aye.
walks up the River
Aye,
Ettrick.
aye, and they've just updated that too, eh? So
Aye, absolutely.
aye, looking better for the town anyway.
Fairy Blair's alright and all, eh?
I feel like spoons.
Aye. So tell us about Davie Park then. What do you think of the facilities here?
Do you know what? Before we had the grass park. The grass park was an unbelievable grass park,
Aye.
which is a shame to get rid of. But you know, Astro's fine. Same
Aye.
my old ankle. That's nice. The two new changing rooms and everything. It'd be nice if we could get hospitality set up properly and get the boys in there for a drink afterwards. That'd be
Aye, I
nice.
heard the hospitality's coming soon.
Aye, hopefully.
Aye. That just leads me on to the final question. What do you think the future is for Blairgowrie?
Champions League, mate.
Champions.
No,
More like the Midlands Premier.
we're building a youthful team, like so. Hopefully in a few years' time, if these young lads stay around, we'll have a good squad. So,
What sort of things do you do before and after the game yourself?
walk the dog,
Aye.
go for a coffee after the game, have a pint.
That's grand. Good stuff. Well, I hope you enjoy your pint tonight. And thanks very much for talking with us, Cammy.
Thanks very much. mate.
Cheers, mate. Right, so we have Freddie here. So you were saying you play for the 2015s, Freddie?
Yes, I do, and I play centre mid, centre back, and it's going quite well for us, and I think I'll get far with it.
Yeah, that's grand. Excellent. Good, good. And how do you like living in Blairgowrie?
Oh yeah, I love it. It's just a wee town to live in, and it's just a great place.
Lots of great things to do before and after the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's grand. Good, good. And you were saying you play some games here at Davie Park, but some, was it the Piggery you were saying?
Piggy Lane, yeah.
Piggy Lane. Yeah, yeah. Aye. So what do you make of the facilities here and at Piggy Lane?
Well, the facilities here, it's just like every time I come here, it's just fun stuff and all that.
Aye.
You get to come on the pitch with the players and all that, and it's just a great laugh.
Yeah, that's grand. Good, good. But it's great that it's more just the one team, Marco. Marco's the first team manager here.
Yeah, manager of the juniors, yeah. So, no, it's great having young lads like Freddie along from the community club. Freddie's now one of our top ball boys here at the club, and it's great to have that partnership going with the community club. And there's games where we'll have sort of ball boys sponsors and things like that. It's great to have them and see them on the pitch before the game at half time as well. It brings together the community with the football, which is what it's all about.
Yeah, that's grand. And what do you make of the game today? Are you happy with it?
Yeah. Do you know what? It's the boys were excellent, particularly first half. Blitzed them first 15-20 minutes, got 4-0 up really, really quickly. They played some excellent football. Ball was on the deck, one touch. We've been looking for that for most of the season, and today they reminded me of that team that played last year and went on to win the league. They were excellent, work rate was superb, so no, I have no complaints today at all.
Yeah, that's grand. Good, good. And what do you make of Davie Park and the whole community around it?
Yeah, you can see that all the hard work that's went in from the guys that have taken over from the community club, and we know there's plans to keep developing the ground, which is great for us as a junior football club, but also for the young teams coming through as well. I think if you're a kid and you're seeing an opportunity to go and play here and the other activities and groups that they've got going, superb for the whole community. So yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, no, that's grand. Good. So you're quite positive about the future going forward?
I would say so, yeah. Young lads like Freddie and other boys as well. It'll be great to see them one day in a junior strip and competing and winning trophies and winning games of football. They've got a long way to go, but no, young lads like Freddie, they're superb to have around the place, and I'm sure if there's more Freddies kicking about, then the future's bright.
What about you, Freddie? You happy about you looking forward to the future going forward as well?
Yeah, I want to play for the juniors as well, but I'm excited for the future and all that about the junior football club. So whatever goes about, then it's just whatever.
Well, Blairgowrie juniors first, and then Dundee United, then Edinburgh City, my team, and then Celtic or Rangers, and then Arsenal, Barcelona, whatever.
Blairgowrie captain.
Yeah, that's great, Freddie and Marco. Thanks very much, guys.
No worries, thank you.
Right, so just on one of the main streets here in Blairgowrie, just had a seat in a little park, little kind of square down by the bus stances there. So yeah, I'll head into the Wetherspoons in a bit before getting the bus home. Before that, going to pop my nose into the Sainsbury's and have a little walk along to the swimming pool, which is apparently about a 10-minute walk from the town centre. So as we can see here from the shop, like quite a lot of kind of cool wee shops here in the centre of Blairgowrie, just as I'm walking along towards the swimming pool. The only thing I would say about the town that is a bit of a negative, there's the Sainsbury's there, is there's no, just for anyone that is coming to a game here, the Sainsbury's is only about like a few minutes from the bus station. But yeah, so the only one thing I would say about Blairgowrie that is a bit of a negative is there isn't any kind of like museum or anything here. Like in towns like Dunblane and Crieff, they have like a little community run museum about the town. There isn't anything like that in Blairgowrie, so like you've got your walks, you've got your pubs, you've got the swimming pool, easy enough to get to by bus. Come and feel like Perth or Dundee. So yeah, you pretty much got everything you need, just apart from the fact there isn't any kind of museum or anything like that. But yeah, I haven't actually seen the new swimming pool in Blairgowrie before, so just going to kind of walk along there, have a little look at that, see what that's like. Then head back in to the town centre and go to Sainsbury's, go to Wetherspoons, then get the bus back. So there's the new Live Active swimming pool here in Blairgowrie, just behind me. Don't have the time to go in today, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. Apparently it's really good. Yeah, just bear in mind it's round the back of the school. It's a little bit difficult to find, but if you just go around the back of the school, you'll be fine. Yeah, on the walk up here, past an auctioneer shop, a co-op, pub called the Dreadnought, there's another pub as well, a little community hospital. So I mean, like, it seems like Blairgowrie has got like everything a town needs. If anybody does know anything about a community museum here or any sort of tourist attraction like that, drop it in the comments and let us know. But yeah, just thought I'll take a little look at the swimming pool. I might end up going someday. Yeah, it's just, oh yeah, another thing, the weather, absolutely stunning today. Still about 18 degrees, still absolutely perfect. Yep, just going to do the 10-minute walk back into the centre of Blairgowrie now. So that, folks, back on the main street, seen the Tesco's, went to Davie Park, seen a good game of football, okayish game of football. Had a look at Sainsbury's, had a look at the town centre, walked up the River Eritt, seen Cargill's Leap. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Probably give an outro from the house again, so I'll see you when I get back to the house.
Right, so time for an outro. great visit all round. That win for Blairgowrie, that's put them joint second in the league. So an exciting start to the season for them. They're 9 points behind the leaders, Dundee Violet. So I'm sure they'll be excited about that. The division that we were watching, it was the Midlands First Division. So how that works is it's 2 divisions below the Highland League. So the Highland League sits at tier number 5 in Scotland, along with the Lowland League. 1 division below the Highland League is the Midlands League Premier, which is tier number 6. And then below that is the Midlands League First, which is tier number 7, which Dundee Violet are leading and Blairgowrie are now joint second in that. Right, some things I didn't mention in the video. The roads around Blairgowrie, they're all country roads. If you're driving them, be careful. The one thing about Davie Park that was really impressive was the toilets. So it was like, it's the right way to explain it. It was like separate rooms with their own door from the outside that you can lock. There's about 5 of them. Really, really clean. Really nice. Some of the best toilets I've been to at a football game have been to some grounds that have had terrible toilets, like shambolic, really bad. I mean, you certainly wouldn't film them, put it that way. So when I was chatting with Pat, he took us into the new building there at Davie Park. So that was great. They're wanting to make that into hospitality soon, which is fantastic for Blairgowrie. I'm sure that will help them financially in a lot of ways. In regards to teams that they field boys football teams, ladies recreational football, girls football, and they also do men's walking football as well. So, I mean, they do a lot for the community, which is great to see. So prices, £6 entry for adults. If you're getting the bus, you'd be best getting the Stagecoach North Perthshire day ticket, which is £9. Need to speak about Montrose Roselea, so a huge shout out to Roy Gill, their chairman, who I had a chat with. Everyone I met from Montrose Roselea, really, really, really friendly. They currently get about 60 people on average to their games, and Roy was saying to me, if they can get that up to 90, if they can get another 30 people, that would be hugely beneficial to them. So if you're in Montrose, live in that general area, and you're wanting something to do on a Saturday, go to Montrose Roselea. Everyone's really friendly. Just another 30 people. Help them whichever way you can. That's one thing about the 2 clubs. So Blairgowrie, they have to pay Perth and Kinross Council to train and play at Davie Park. Montrose Roselea, they have to pay fees to play at Links Park. Both clubs do a lot for the community, so help them out in whichever way you can, guys. Any way you can help them out, anything you can think of. If you've got a local business or whatever, what I put on a race night for them. I mean, they're putting so much into the community, so they deserve support in whichever way it can be given. What else do I need to mention? Right, so the Perthshire amateur football game that was going on. Balmoral FC, that's the name of a pub in Blairgowrie, which is meant to be really nice. So if you're coming down from Cargill's Leap rather, on the other side of the River Erict, you get to that Balmoral pub. So it's just across from Davie Park. I've not been in yet, but I've heard it's meant to be really nice. So bear that in mind. In the middle of Blairgowrie, just by the bus station, there's the Chippy. The Chippy is just called the Chippy. You have spoken to people that have been to it, and it's really, really good. So it's got a little kind of sitting area as well, so I highly recommend that. For photos, I'll be putting photos on TikTok, Facebook. So feel free to follow us on Facebook and TikTok. Really enjoyed filming the video. Like, subscribe, comment. if you can, that would be great. That doesn't just help me, but it helps other people see the videos and they might get information that they find beneficial from it. Yeah, I didn't kind of film that much about what was going on the pitch, but I mean, I kind of like these videos to be more about what's going on off the pitch, the efforts that go on off the pitch, and just to keep the whole thing running. I actually find it quite inspiring, to be honest. So I'm kind of going to continue with that, try and promote these clubs as much as I can, by just showing how much effort they put into the running of things. But yeah, look forward to filming the next video. So thanks very much for watching, guys. All the best.